Hey y'all, welcome, welcome. I was just told I was hosting. I learned that about 10 seconds ago. So, welcome. We're really, really excited. I got to hear them warm up today, which was quite the treat. And I envy you for getting to hear it for the first time right now. So, I'm going to let them come on down here in just a hot second. And does everybody have a seat that needs a seat? Everybody good? Okay, great. Coming right up.
White and bright, like a boat at its moorings. It is as black and sad, but it will not break. White and bright, like a boat at its moorings. It is black and sad, but it will not break. I have its color, and I will not give it. No, I won't give it to the Puritans. There is a song inside of me. For the y'all can hear me. It's not like I need this, but this does actually help. And it saves my voice, my singing voice, which is why you came in many ways. But you really came for these amazing players. Brent Shields. Music happening in the triangle, who's at the bottom of it. And it's fantastic to work with you. Yeah. So be it jazz or, classical improv, I mean, he just can, whatever this is, it's just fantastic because he's ready to go with the flow. It's phenomenal. And Katya Kramer, beautiful recording artist with pianist. This is a new collaboration, a new friendship musically and personally, and I'm so grateful for Jennifer Curtis for bringing us all together. Jennifer, so many of you know and love, and Jennifer and I have been friends for a long time. We first met at the North Carolina School of the Arts in high school. We had dorm rooms next to each other, right next to each other, but we should have known each other long before that because we grew up one street away from each other in Chapel Hill on Elliott Road and Lyons Road. But we were destined to meet, and she's brought so many musical forces into my life, and I'm very, very grateful.
Amazing listeners.
And amazing listeners, and we need you all. Thank you so much. The first piece that we did was a poem that was written by Jeffrey Beam. Many of you know him in Hillsborough, wonderful poet. A few years ago, many of you were supporters of the project, the Life of the Bee project, and that song is called The Song, and he really did compose the melody, and the melody is something that he does sometimes with some of what he calls his sung poems. And he has recorded some of those, but he doesn't read or write music. He just sings them. He sings very beautiful, consistent melodies, many sung poems. But we've had the great privilege of his trust in getting to expand upon that. And
we did it right here in this living room.
We did.
You, me, and Jeffrey, yeah.
That's right, yeah. So, and then the second piece was by Henry Purcell, and that was quite a different take on a Baroque piece. You might notice the ground bass or an ostinato bass that's mostly repeating throughout, and we left that mostly untouched except for Brent is such an amazing jazz player that he's able to kind of really reimagine that, and everybody did. So I know, Arisa, you know that piece very well, a beautiful singer herself. So I would like to give Katya Kramer the microphone and let her speak a bit about the next pieces you will present and her illustrious recordings.
Okay.
It may be, just take this one because it did turn off. Sorry.
All right. Well, delighted to be here, everyone. So good to see you. Thank you so much. My name is Katya Kramer. You can listen to me on all your favorite streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple, whatever. So we can stay in touch all the time. My passion is transcriptions, okay, piano transcriptions, because I'm a pianist myself, and I only have one instrument, okay? So, and piano can do magic things, okay? So,
What a transcription is.
Yeah, transcription, okay, is a different take on the piece that's originally written. Sorry, guys. Well, you can hear me here, right? Okay. So it's a different take on the piece that's originally written for. Could be symphony, could be chamber setting, could be an opera. Okay, all transcribed for one instrument to be performed. Now, tradition goes back to 19th century Europe. You know, when people would sit around and read freshly written symphony by Schubert. You know, in four hands,
With
or
whoever
whatnot.
happened to be there.
Whoever happened to be there. Yeah, so that was a very, entertaining tradition to spend, time, right? So I was really excited about that while I studied, transcription as a genre, okay? And so I came up with my own vision, composition. take on Johann Sebastian Bach, pieces that are, we're going to hear 3 dances, actually, yeah, that are originally written for violin solo.
She stole them.
I stole them, yeah. I stole them, yeah. Okay, is that okay? I stole them, yeah.
We do it all the time with the cello suite.
Yes,
So.
yes, thank you,
It's
Jack.
okay.
Yeah, it's okay, right? It's okay. So it's not budget, you know, you guys, I'm right. Yeah, and you can enjoy those also on the streams, you know, I recorded some, and I'm about to release the last one that we're going to hear. So we're going to hear Minuet, the very famous one. Feel free to dance, sing along. Maybe someone would like to demonstrate it before I do
Which
it.
one will you
The
start?
G major, the Minuet.
So
and
that is
and then
originally for
violin? Oh, cello.
Cello,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. And then the bourrée, cello as well.
Oh,
And then the
bourrée
gigue.
cello.
The gigue.
So the violin partitas and sonatas originally for violin. She has not just played that voice, that part on the piano, but she is
I have, as a violinist, 5 fingers on my left hand utilized, but usually violinists only have 4. Since I started playing mandolin and drums and piano and guitars when I was 4 or 5 years old, I also use my thumb. But we're talking about going from 4 fingers to 10. So why not? So Katya is not just going to play the piece that's already composed, she's also added harmony. She's also going to use the rest of her tools as the instrument allows, and she's going into a genre that she calls crossover. Yeah. So she's adding harmony to Bach's original pieces that were for one instrument alone.
Maybe you want to play a few notes so that folks
Yeah.
can recognize
So you're
it.
going to do
Yeah, and I'm going to.
some of the that everybody knows. She's also going to do. Oh, we're going to do it together, she says. Okay. Cool.
Without the minor section.
Without the minor section.
You guys see the long Yeah, with an intro. Okay, let's enjoy. Thank you.
those are the transcriptions of Katya Kramer. Yeah, so look her up on all your streaming platforms. Absolutely wonderful. She's a very prominent recording artist and has how many followers? How many? It's lots and lots of thousands.
Yeah, you guys check them out. Spotify 32K, and 3 million on Apple.
3 million. Here's this one.
Good.
We should get it working.
Yeah, there. Now it's on.
Yes.
It's just taking a second.
And
Here. Okay, let's do that. I'll get this one.
Thank you. The next piece we'd like to offer is something that I wrote. It's called Cave Paintings. I wrote it while I was at Juilliard and not in the academic framework. I had already been at Juilliard a couple years. I missed home. I missed things outside of the practice room because when I went there, it was exclusively the Olympian training period in my life. So 7 a.m. to midnight in the building, me and the Koreans and the Russians. So after a couple years, I thought, I do miss playing guitar. I do miss West African drumming, flamenco, the blues, and the music of Appalachia. I've always composed, I've always improvised. So I think it was maybe a summer break or a spring break, and I was on my grandmother's porch, and I thought I'll just improvise. I'll create a piece for the violin that I can play at the end of a standard, even conservative, at minimum traditional violin recital in New York or in the setting of an aspiring young professional violinist. And so I did that, and I recorded what I was doing, and I just kept the parts I liked. And it turned into sort of a little journey around the world of different styles of music that I had studied or was inspired by, and some nods to my favorite violinist composers. So I've been performing it ever since. I did it at Carnegie Hall in my debut, much to the dismay of the presenters and management at the time, who thought you should only be doing Beethoven and Schubert and Mozart and your own piece, and you want to start with it? And I thought that was the obvious way to introduce yourself to the public. And luckily it's becoming more desired and popular now, just like it was 300 years ago. So, but why not add bass? Because Brent is so good. So I played this piece, Cave Paintings, which was conceived for solo violin, but he will join me at times for some harmonic and friendship support. And you'll hear when we make it back home to North Carolina.
amazing piece. Thank you. We'll take you now to Paris, to France. Little poetry by Louise de Villemorin, female composer and patron of Francis Poulenc. Composer went into the 20th century in Paris, and this is from a song cycle of 6 songs. The last, or one of them, is called Violon, and they're all called fiançailles pour rire. They're about funny relationships. Fiançailles, like your fiancé, they're relationships. Pour rire, for laughing at, a little bit funny. In this one, the observer, sorry, something happened here. It all got adjusted. Funny. The observer is really enjoying the relationship of the violin and the violinist. They think it's just the most wonderful sensual relationship. And they say it is like the heart in the form of a strawberry, le cœur en forme de fraise. Sorry. Thank you. You want to do the other one? You want to do both?
We can, let's see, okay. You're the boss.
As usual. What is time?
Another pillow or we move on?
You want more French or do you want some Russian? Russian. Russian?
Time for Russia. Time for Russia. Okay. Okay. France. Okay.
We have a little tour. So, as Arisa said, an invitation de voyage. Invitation to voyage. So, one of the reasons why I got this piano was because it was at Leland Little Auction House. So I think you all know the place. And I am not a concert pianist like Katya. This piano, she would tell you, it needs a little work. We've been talking about that, and we have some discussions about this with the piano restorer. But it's better than it was. But when I sat at it at the auction house, it was really, really bad. And it was in total disrepair, but it didn't matter. I loved it, and I fell in love with it because I sat and played this song a little bit, and it is called Здесь хорошо. It's by Rachmaninoff, and it means it's beautiful here. And it's really about being peaceful in a secluded spot where you find yourself alone, nature, beautiful white clouds, yourself, your peaceful place with God. And that's it. And then your beloved, possibly. Goes hand in hand with a great American tune. Should we do that? Or yeah. You all will know that. You'll know this.
Somewhere of
take on the great Leonard Bernstein, the great West Side Story, and the great American musical. Woo! But if we go back in time a little bit, there are a few people that Bernstein might have learned from. And there is a special project I want to talk about and share with you all, and a special person in the room, Miss Marcia Gordon, author, film professor at NC State, biographer of a wonderful human being, probably unknown to most people in this room, not a composer, but a writer named Ursula Parrott. How many people have heard of Ursula Parrott? Okay, Mom has heard about her. A couple people. John, how do you know who Ursula? You know her, Marcia. And what? Tell me one thing you know.
It's kind of wild.
She's kind of wild. Okay, great. What, Tori, you know something about her? No?
Also through Marcia.
Through Marcia's book. Okay, and Marcia's book is right here, right? Oh, here. Okay. Becoming the ex-wife. And becoming the ex-wife, I'm going to let Marcia do a tiny intro.
Okay. On the spot. Okay, great. Hi, everybody. I didn't realize there'd be product placement. Thank you for that. I want to make sure everyone sees it. No. In short, it had a woman named Ursula Parrott had a happy first marriage. She would not have written a book called Ex-Wife in 1929. It was a bestseller, and it set her off on a very, very interesting, complicated life, including many, many best-selling books, trips to Hollywood, 4 husbands and exes, and the 1929 bestseller Ex-Wife is really extraordinary. It has been republished, so you can actually read this book, which I highly recommend, and there is a chapter in it that does something very formally innovative, which is it includes bars of music throughout the chapter. And that is why I believe that there will be a very special performance coming up of a song that is near and dear to this book. And it is in a chapter that's all about being a young, single divorcee in New York City in 1929. And so this is a song that anybody would have recognized. They would have been able to hear this song in their head, and in this scene, the young women are playing it on the record player and playing it over and over again because it so captures their experience of New York City.
Exactly. So I'm going to read a little something from Ex-Wife, and also let you in on a secret that Ursula Parrott is so interesting that Marcia and I are hopefully embarking on a commission project to tell a little bit more about Ursula Parrott's story in music, and we're commissioning a composer to help us realize that dream. And on the way, we also discovered a contemporary composer, George Gershwin and Ursula Parrott, named Dana Suisse. So we'll hear a little bit of Gershwin, giveaway, and also a little bit of Dana Suisse. And I have worked with Marcia. We've realized a Dana Suisse song. She was dubbed the Girl Gershwin, and she's another woman of the time that you all don't know. But she had wonderful piano concertos, piano pieces, songs, art songs, and hits of the day that should be known to you all as well. And so we did a little exercise, I would say, to use some of Ursula Parrott's own words to tell a little story about how she was always hard up for cash. Because even though she had this 1929 best-selling novel, and she published it, I think, the week that the stock market fell.
She got her first big
Huge
paycheck
pay.
as the stock market was crashing. So perfect timing. She didn't invest in the stock market yet.
That's right. So you'll hear that little experiment as well. Excuse me. But first, those who can name the tune, well, it's all in the writing. Okay, I'm going to read just a little passage and then let them take over. Sam gave Lucia an orthophonic photograph for a birthday present. Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue was almost the only record we ever played on it. We turned that on about once an hour when we were at home. The tune matches New York, Lucia said. The New York we know. It has gaiety and color and irrelevancy and futility and glamour, as beautifully blended as the ingredients in Crepe Suzette. I said, it makes me think of skyscrapers in Harlem and liners sailing and newsboys calling extras. It makes me think I'm 20 years old and on the way to owning the city. Lucia said, start it all over again, will you? So this next piece is an adaptation of three things. Dana Suisse, the girl Gershwin's piano piece that made her famous called the Jazz Nocturne, which inside of it was a piece called My Silent Love, which was adapted into a song. And then we decided to take some Ursula lyrics and be a little silly with them, again, about how she's always broke. And Mr. Bai, George Bai, was her editor. Literary agent, I'm sorry. Her literary agent whom she was always asking for money, her favorite creditor next to the U.S. government, right? Okay, and Has found such an amazing person. You really should read her book. You really should read Ursula Parrott's books and see all her films. The screenplays of 10 different films were made out of her screenplays, and we're doing a program about her at St. Matthew's in January for Faith of the Arts, but she's got way more going on about that than just that program, but that is local in Hillsborough at St. Matthew's. So, find out more, and we will be exploring this project and hopefully doing a premiere in 2029, the 100th anniversary of the publication of XY, which would be really cool. So, I think you all want to hear some Hungarian gypsy music, right?
You need a coffee or a copy? Well, I did say coffee. But I also perceived it with, I'm not sure, but I might need a copy for this. I don't really see this. Well, then we'll have to, no, I need that for yours. Normally this is my big encore, so I hope you're ready. Feel free to grab a drink if you need. And bring us one if you do.
We all love the homeland, right?
Kleine der Heimat, ich will das singen, rufen die Tränen ins Auge So
concert for my students. We've had many, but my first time doing this. If you're interested, I want to let you know I'm doing Spanish guitar music on November 16th. It's also a Sunday concert with Sasa Salome Sandoval. So let me know if you're interested. You have my email.
You're doing it here?
It's here.
Oh.
Yeah. And so you know how many seats there are. I know it's a busy time of year, but it'll be a really special program. Salome is Spanish and Venezuelan. She's an expert plucker. So she plays everything from guitar, Spanish guitar, flamenco to lutes and arch lutes from the Renaissance period, medieval period onward, and she's an expert. And so it's my first time doing a concert with her, but many of you know her really well, and her reputation is going to be fun.
When is that?
That is November 16th, Sunday. It's around Thanksgiving, but before. And talk to us. We were going to have some refreshments and everything, so don't hesitate to just ask us all about our lives and find out what everybody's doing. Everybody's got full calendars, so I don't know, bring your notepads or your, record our conversations so that you can keep track of all the dates, because Jen, Katya, Brent, and I all have a lot of performances coming up. And very exciting. What's that?
So just Friday night, Brent and I will be joined by a West African harpist who also sings in at least 3 or 4 languages, including English and French and Wolof and Swahili. That's at the Sidetrack in Chapel Hill. And I have a new series at the Art Center called Jennifer Curtis and Friends, and that kicks off September 21st with Schoenberg's Verklartenacht, which can't be missed. So you can find me at jennifercurtisviolin.com.
And we have a little merch table there too if you want, and we just couldn't be happier to be here. And thank you to all of you for coming, making the time, being supportive of all of us, and meeting some of the new musicians today, but it means the world, and thank you. So enjoy. What's that? You have a question? Yeah, we have a question.
Just tell us about your new responsibility of doing a bookmark.
Oh, I have someone bragging on my behalf, which is so sweet. I am very excited that tomorrow is Michael's first day of school, and it is also my first day back in university teaching, and I received a position as a Duke voice faculty. So, I'm thank you. In the sideboard, there's a crystal bowl. It's right there. Thank you. I'm really thrilled. Thank you.